Hello, good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss the next point, a topic that is principles of prevention. Before that, we discussed about the principle of treatment. So, in principle of prevention means what kind of ways or what kind of things can be taken in consideration that we can avoid the cause of diseases. So there are many diseases, there are many ways through that we may suffer from a kind of diseases. It may be fever, it may be tuberculosis, it may be cancer, and so many diseases are available. So as there are number of diseases, so that means there are number of ways also and vectors also through that we may get an infection. So, if you consider the principle of prevention, generally there are three limitations. There are three limitations through that we can deal with infectious diseases. We have three limitations to deal with infectious diseases. So, what are the three different limitations? So what are the real conditions when we are providing the better nourishment or the medicine? So the first one is if someone is suffering or has the infectious disease, their body function may damage that may never recover. ऐसा भी हो सकता है अगर कोई पर्सन सफर कर रहा होगा कोई डिसीज से, it may happen that their whatever the normal body function will damage and that particular person will never recover in their life. So this is the first limitation which comes under the principle of prevention. What is the second limitations? Second one is the treatment. Whatever the person is taking on a time, he or she may face a problem like a bedridden. Bedridden means that living on the bed for longer time, maybe for 1 year, maybe for 2 years, or maybe for lifetime, even after we are giving or providing the proper treatment. If any person is suffering from the infectious disease, it may happen that that particular person may go under the bedridden condition even after providing the proper treatment. अगर हम लोगों ने प्रॉपर ट्रीटमेंट भी दिया तो भी ये भी कंडीशन आ सकती है कि वो हमेशा के लिए बेड पर ही रेस्ट करे या फिर बेड पर ही रह सकते हैं. Why? Because the lack of so many things like immune system and nourishment and even their body will not support the response in a proper way even after providing the proper treatment. So this is the second limitation. And the third one is the person who is suffering from an infectious disease. So the infectious disease that act as source of the spread of disease to the other person. As any person is suffering from a kind of disease, that particular person will act as a source, will act as a one place that from that place or from that person there is a chances to spread the disease to the another person. So this is the third limitation. The first one is if someone has the infectious disease, their body function may damage completely even or it may occur that they will not recover in their lifetime. Second limitation is the person may go under the bedridden condition even after providing the proper treatment. And the third limitation is that the person may act as a source to spread that particular disease to the another person from their places. So these are the three limitations which comes under the principle of prevention. So these are the serious problems we have to take in consideration that how we can reduce these three limitations, how we can eliminate. So how we can remove these three limitations by providing the proper condition. That is nothing but the prevention, principle of prevention. So what are the ways? What kind of types can be considered to avoid it is limitations. हम ऐसे कौन सी कंडीशन limitations कंडीशन में से कंसीडर कर सकते हैं जिसके कारण हम लोग ये तीनों की limitations हम लोग अवॉइड कर सकते हैं in order to make the healthy person, in order to remove these all limitations. So how to prevent the disease? Now how to prevent the disease? There are two ways. Generally there are two ways. So one can be a general. So one can be a general and other can be a specific. What is meant by one can be a general? General means if any person is suffering from fever, cough, sneezing. So we may take primary medicines which can be down the fever or temperature or cough or sneezing. That is the general. The specific, if any person is suffering from tuberculosis or cancer or maybe another diseases, so we can take the specific medicine or antibiotics or any kind of drugs that will kill completely from their body. That is nothing but the specific. So one is general and another is a specific. So these are the generally two ways through that we can recover or we can make a particular person free from a kind of diseases. Now, if we want to prevent any person from the any kind of diseases, so there can be a prevention. So as we know, there are many ways to transfer the disease. Maybe through the, as we have seen, the ways of means of the spread. It may transfer through the air. It may transfer through the food. It may transfer by close contact. It may transfer by physical contact and airborne. So there are many ways or types through that the disease can transfer from one person to the another person. If any person is suffering through the airborne diseases, if there is an airborne disease, so in that condition we may provide a better living condition. We may provide them, or we can provide the better living condition. Even we can avoid overcrowding. We can avoid the overcrowding, so that whatever the disease or the person having the airborne disease, he or she may suppress, or we can say avoid to spread the disease from one person to the another person. So if there are airborne diseases, so we may provide the condition in a safe manner, so that by avoiding the overcrowding, so that the person will be able to stop this spread of disease through the airborne. As nowadays everybody is suffering that, or you can say the scared that about the coronavirus, because many people think that it is an airborne disease. No doubt, is for sometimes the spores of even the coronavirus they live in the air, but for some times only. So in that condition, we must avoid that is crowded places. That means we can avoid the overcrowded places. This is regarding the airborne diseases. So in case of the airborne diseases, if there is a waterborne diseases, if any disease is spreading through the water, so in that condition we can provide the safe drinking water. We can provide the safe drinking water in order to just avoid that particular disease which can be transferred through the contaminated water. If there is a contaminated water, contamination means contamination. Contamination means the water is infected with many kind of microbes from the other sources, maybe pesticide, maybe chemicals, maybe other organisms, maybe other many plastic and other things. That water get contaminated means infectious. So water पूरा का पूरा जो गंदा हुआ है, that is nothing but the contamination. So if there is a disease which can transfer by water, in that condition we can provide the safe drinking water. In that condition we can provide the safe drinking water just in order to avoid the disease which can transfer through the water. And the third one is, if there is a vector-borne disease, that means it's like the mosquitoes, flies, even the worms. If there is a vector-borne diseases, in that condition, we should provide the clean environmental condition. In that condition, we may provide we should provide the clean environmental condition in order to kill all mosquitoes, all the vectors which are responsible to make the disease to any person. So this is the three prevention we can consider. If there is an airborne disease, in that condition we should provide the very clean living condition and we should avoid to go in the overcrowded places. If there is a waterborne disease, in that case we should provide the safe drinking water, or we should make the water very clean in order to avoid the disease which can be infect through the water. If there is a vector-borne disease, in that condition we should provide the clean environmental condition to avoid that all kind of vectors which are responsible to make the diseases. As every time we know that there are diseases like waterborne, airborne, vector-borne, and so many other ways. But as in nowadays also in pandemic condition, we always hearing that from government, from so many doctors, that we should increase our immunity system, our immunity power by taking good diet, by doing exercise. In the same condition will follow here also if we want to prevent any kind of diseases. If our immune system, if we have the good immunity power or immunity system, will play a very important role to prevent any kind of disease. It may be the tuberculosis, it may be the cancer, it may be the coronavirus diseases, or it may be the any another diseases. So, how our immune system will play a very important role? By providing a good diet. If we have a good nourishment or good diet means we should have a good carbohydrate, fats, fiber, protein, and vitamins in our daily diet. If we are taking these all molecules in our diet, so that our immune system will act as in a good condition and will fight against any kind of diseases. If we will not have a good diet, or if we are taking a bad diet, definitely our immune system or immunity power will be down, and the specific person or he or she may suffer from a particular type of diseases. That means to keep our immune system healthy or in a good condition, we must do exercise every day. We must take a good diet in order to provide all kind of nutrients in the form of carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, fat, everything. That should be in a proper diet or in a proper way. So this is regarding how we can prevent the different kind of ways which are responsible to make to infect the disease to the person. Now, once before developing the good medicine conditions, or the medical science was not developed in that era, look at the conditions, it was a very scary thing about the smallpox. In general language, it was called the Deviche Road. That means smallpox, they were making the patches throughout the body, and many persons were dying because of this smallpox diseases. But why they were dying? Because at that time the medical science was not developed as nowadays we have. So that's why the lack of proper medicine, the lack of proper drugs, the people were dying because of the smallpox. But it was a proof, it was a very epidemic condition. Now we have the pandemic. So every group, every person in that conditions were scared about the smallpox diseases. But there was one group who was helping to people to make them awareness about the smallpox, even not to scare about, not to worry about the smallpox diseases. the group which were helps to the many people that they should not be scared about these diseases. How they were working? Because that group were suffered from the smallpox and they were recovered from the smallpox diseases. That means it is said that once any person is suffered from the disease, if he or she is recovered from a particular kind of disease, our immunity power, our body become resist against that particular diseases. अगर हम लोगों को कोरोना होके चला गया और हम लोग रिकवर हो गए, तो सेकंड टाइम हम लोगों को कोरोना नहीं होगा. क्यों? बिकॉज आवर बॉडी starts to develop antibodies or immunity power in such a way that whatever the vectors or viruses come in our body, that will fight against that particular vector or the viruses. The same thing happens in with the groups. ये लोग स्मॉल पॉक्स डिसीज से रिकवर हुए थे और इसके कारण उनकी बॉडी ऐसे रेजिस्ट हो गई थी कि स्मॉल पॉक्स के जो भी वेक्टर्स है वो वेक्टर्स को ब्लॉक करती थी और वो लोग उनसे सफर नहीं होते थे. सो दे वर एक्टिंग एज अ डॉक्टर्स, दे वर एक्टिंग एज अ अवेयर ग्रुप टू मेक द पीपल नॉट टू स्केयर अबाउट द स्मॉल पॉक्स. नाउ दिस इज ऑल प्रोसेस इज नथिंग बट द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इम्यूनाइजेशन. इम्यूनाइजेशन मतलब if any person is taking the vaccine, वैक्सीन मतलब क्या? एक वैक्सीन किसी वायरस से भी बनाया जाता है, किसी बैक्टीरिया से भी बनाया जाता है. कोई वायरस से मतलब वायरस को इनएक्टिव फॉर्म में डेवलप करते हैं, वही वायरस एक कोई डिसीज के अगेंस्ट में यूज करते हैं. वैक्सीन मतलब जैसे पोलियो का वैक्सीन है, वैक्सीन देने के बाद में व्हाटएवर द इंजेक्शन गिविंग to that particular child, that is the vaccination. Vaccine or vaccination. Whatever the injection means, the vaccine of the injection of vaccine is given to the particular child. That is process called as vaccination. After giving the vaccine inside the body of any person, that vaccine start to develop the molecules in our body in such a way that whatever the disease, for example, this vaccine is related to the polio. So, whatever the vaccine going inside our body, that will fight against the polio virus. That will fight against the polio virus. That whatever the condition is developing inside our body, that condition is called as a immunization. क्योंकि हम वैक्सीन देने के बाद में हमारे बॉडी में ऐसे मॉलिक्यूल्स तैयार करना शुरू हो गए जो कि पोलियो वायरस के अगेंस्ट में फाइट करेंगे. सो दैट कंडीशन इज कॉल्ड एज इम्यूनाइजेशन. वैक्सीनेशन इज डिफरेंट थिंग, इम्यूनाइजेशन इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग. सो इफ व्हेन वी हैव अ वैक्सीन इन आवर बॉडी, so that vaccine will play an important role to fight against the particular disease. Nowadays in our India, not only in India, every country is almost, so there is a vaccine for tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, measles, polio, leprosy. These are the name of diseases which are show the different symptoms, maybe sore throat, neck, jaw pain, fever, headache, maybe lack of sensation. There are many symptoms depending upon their different diseases. Now we have the available vaccine for tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, measles, polio, and so many other diseases also. If once we have the vaccine for a specific diseases, so we may have our molecules and antibodies in our body that will fight against this particular diseases. Now, as the hepatitis A virus disease, if any person is suffering from hepatitis A disease, already we have developed the vaccine against this hepatitis A virus. In India, it already vaccinated every child just to avoid the hepatitis A diseases. So keep in mind that do not get confusion between the what is in the vaccination, what is in the immunization. Vaccination means whatever the vaccine we have, if we are giving the with injection to any person, that process is called as a vaccination. But after giving the vaccine, after releasing the vaccine inside the body, our body start to develop molecule in such a way that the molecule will fight against that particular disease. That condition is nothing but the immunization. So this is regarding the principles of prevention. That means how we can prevent the different types of disease which can infect through the air, through the water, through the food, through the physical contact, so many ways. So that can be avoided by taking a proper prevention or proper care. Through that we can avoid the kind of diseases. So this is all regarding the principle of prevention. I think this is the last topics of your chapter, that is why do we fall ill. If you have any problem, text me on my personal WhatsApp number. For the next video will be the summary of this whole chapter, what we have learned. In a brief, I will explain one by one on each topic. Thank you.